This back to school season, spend less on your kids with Amazon. I remember when my niece's mindfulness journal cost more than my own therapy session. On Amazon, the same journal and the markers to color in it are a fraction of the price. Spend less, breathe easier. So remember, with Amazon's low back to school prices, just spend less on your kids because every dollar you don't spend on them is a dollar you haven't spent on them.
I don't know what's going to happen next, but yeah. So what now?
She was a fairy. Yeah, yeah.
She was a fairy.
Yeah, yeah.
She was a fairy with a fatty on my daddy.
That part I don't sing because I don't got one, so I don't want to lie to people. Ain't no fatty over here. Welcome back to another episode of So What Now podcast with me, your girl, Carla.
And I'm Dex.
Yes, we're back. It's still Dex's birthday.
Yeah.
For a
I
whole
usually
month.
celebrate for like 90 days.
You are ridiculous. She'll make anything about her birthday from like the day before through like at least mid-August.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, we're doing that. It's for my birthday.
Literally the whole thing, but that's fine.
I've been lying telling people it's my birthday for like the past month. Remember when I went to Miami and I was telling people it's our birthday?
Did you already go get your gifts and stuff?
I didn't do freebies yet. No.
Oh, okay.
I've been too busy.
That's a fun one. I like doing freebies now. I look forward to the freebies now.
Yeah. And now that everybody knows about the freebies, they get in less and less like good.
Really?
Yes. Krispy Kreme used to give you a pack of donuts. Now they give you one donut.
You didn't know that.
Bath and Body Works used to give you a whole like lotion. Now you get like the travel size lotion. I'm like, come on now.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It's the tariffs.
No, it's probably the tariffs for sure. Them tariffs are messing everybody up bad. But we're going to start off with a little intro catch up. I do want to shout out my braider.
She's doing amazing work.
She's doing so good. She did my hair for Bali. Well, there's two people. It's her name is Leisha, but she goes by Jelly Beans on social media, right? Is that her at name? See?
I think it is.
One thing about it is I be
the memory.
Stressed when people Jelly_Bean Styles. So Jelly, she does my braids. She's based here out of Orlando. She's really good.
Yeah.
She is very well priced. She's fat. She's good and they last. And I know my biggest thing with boho braids is make sure that the hair stays. So I'll be brushing it and it stays. I put product, done everything. So shout out to her. And then also the hair that I have. So Kat Rabani, she is a CEO of Hair RS.
Oh, that's a really popular one.
I know.
Yeah.
So
I don't even wear hair like that. And
you
I know
about
Hair RS. Yes, ma'am. I know about Hair RS.
I've been using Hair RS since the days when I was blonde and straight, when I used to get them sew-ins. So shout out to her. Now we're acquaintances. I love her. She's part of LTTA app, LTTA Talk. So yeah, I've been getting the hair again because they added braiding hair. And it's so good, especially for blonde. Because you can find good, I think, black hair or brown, but blonde that stays and doesn't look like, I don't know,
fried.
paper. Yeah, that's nasty. But yeah, I did this. The one I had in Bali was from Hair RS too, and Leisha also did that hair. So if you're in Florida, it feels good to have my hair done. To wake up and not have to wear it. Today, this morning, so easy to get ready to come here. I'm like, put a little concealer on, do this, and walk out.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Looked like you put in so much effort.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't. But I put in mental effort to be here. I was excited to be back in the studio.
Yeah, you got brows on.
That was funny. You looked mortified just now. I thought something bad happened.
I forgot to put my brows on.
For the last episode. So if y'all look at that last episode,
just
you can't
don't look
even
close.
tell.
We're not going to zoom in.
I was looking at you and
it's because like the end of my hair doesn't grow. And I have like old microblading.
So why don't you get that thing that I sent you?
I might, but I still would have to remember to put it on.
Oh, true. But I think it's really cool. It looks really cool.
It looks like a hair stroke.
It looks like hair strokes. Yeah, and I saw the girl that has alopecia and she does it every time.
Yeah.
She actually went somewhere.
I think they're kind of shiny though.
I think you have to, then after it's on, put the powder on.
You're smart.
You know that you have freckles and we were in New York and Janine found something on TikTok to do freckles. So she was doing it and they looked so good. But then afterwards, I had her put this pink setting powder that I have from One Size, Patrick Star. And she was wearing freckles the entire time we were there.
That's so cute.
She looked so cute with her freckles. I might try it.
That reminds me.
What?
Nicki Minaj and SZA are beefing.
What is going on? That is so childish.
Bringing up how SZA lied that her freckles was real.
I heard something about that. So did she lie? Yes. And she really don't got freckles?
There's these videos about how like they've caught SZA in so many lies, like something about she didn't have a TV growing up and all this. I don't know, just craziness. I don't know, but like freckles was one of them.
She had some nice
but how would you remember where you put them? I guess just take
Do
a
your
picture.
freckles change over time?
You can get more in the summer in the sun, and so that's
okay.
another reason why you have to wear sunscreen. Yeah,
but people like freckles, so wouldn't you want more freckles?
No, you wouldn't want more.
Oh
no, because like you can get so many where they like become a
like
big
a patch.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
I like freckles, but that looked like she was doing a lot of work and trying to get them to look right. That looks
okay,
like
the other day it was here. Yeah, no, too much.
I mean, I think it's cool if they're different. If you're drawing them on, it's fine if they're different every time.
Right. As long as you're not saying that they're real.
Nicki Minaj is going somewhere. She sounds off.
I'm glad that people are embracing freckles now because like when I was little, it was not a cool thing.
Really?
No, it'd be like, what's that on your face?
No
Can
way.
you wipe that off?
I didn't know that.
No, yeah.
Huh. I thought freckles were always cool.
No, they were not.
You would know.
Yeah.
And I guess one of those things that if you don't have them, you wouldn't know. But is there anything else you have going on? No. Sleeping well.
Sleeping well. It's too hot to go outside, bro.
Dex. It's 110 degrees today.
I cannot leave my house from like noon until like 6.
It is insanity how hot it is. And it's funny also, I was talking about it on social media because I'm in New York, right? And it's summer, it's July. And other New Yorkers, bruh, it's mad hot. You coming over here, it's hot as fuck, it's hot. And I'm thinking if I can walk outside 10,000 steps, it's not hot enough. It's hot.
No, it's brutal. Like if there's no shade, it's not safe to go outside.
You have to be in the water.
I feel like I'm literally burning, like melting.
But I think it's during this time, late August.
Yeah.
I mean, late July through August when it's like you literally can't breathe because it's so hot. It feels like a sauna outside.
Exactly.
And it's humid.
I think New York did have a heat, like an official heat wave.
No, a heat wave in New York feels like this.
Yeah.
It does. But it's like 3 days, like maybe. And then it goes back to normal, just 80s, high 80s.
Yeah.
And it's dry, so it also feels different. But
no, it's
the
too much.
heat right now
I'm not going
Florida,
outside. No,
me neither. For what? What?
No.
If I go to the pool, that's it. Get a little tan. Actually, people checked out today. I might do the pool.
Okay, that'd be nice.
Yeah, because it's too hot.
It's
and
too
my
hot.
AC.
What happened?
It's working so hard.
Oh, your air conditioner?
Yes. I have it on 77 and it doesn't shut off.
I have it like set to 73, but the temperature will still be 76.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can't. I have to have everything closed up. I actually need
Close
to
the
invest
blinds, like
in what's it called?
The shades. I know what
the
you're
ones that
talking
don't
about.
let. What's it called?
We're talking about saying that it's the blind. They blackout
curtains. Thank you. We're not going to leave this till we figured it out. Well, the other house has blackout curtains everywhere, except in the living room. All the rooms stay cool in that hallway. So I never wanted to do it because it gets pretty
dark,
expensive.
yeah.
And it gets expensive buying all them things.
Oh, yeah, they're expensive.
But I think it might be worth it for the summer.
See, but I think if I get blackout curtains in my room, some days it'll be hard to wake up.
You think so?
Sometimes it's that sunlight. That's the only reason why.
Dex, you wake up before the sun comes out.
I know.
So
but like my midday
difference?
naps, I would be like,
Take it in the living room.
That's true.
Anywho, so for Woman of the Week this week, I want to give it to Lupita Nyong'o. I said it right, didn't I?
Yes.
Well, I love me a vulnerable woman. I love a woman that talks about what she has going on, that kind of lets us in.
Yeah,
because
she
it
love
can
to be in
help.
people's business. Go ahead.
I love it. I love when people tell their business. It's my favorite thing because it makes you feel seen and like you're not alone. It's for humanity, for the great of humanity.
Okay.
So she started detailing her battle with uterine fibroids. And she was like, basically, I'm not going to suffer in silence no more. And I agree. You shouldn't. So she is an Oscar-winning actress, of course. And she shared her decade-long, she's been going on for 10 years, decade-long battle with uterine fibroids. And she announced that she's partnering with lawmakers on a new congressional bills to fund fibroid research, improve early detection, and break the silence around women's reproductive pain.
That's really cool.
I know. That's a really big thing because I have heard
very
of fibroids.
common.
I know.
Yeah.
But do you know to this day, I actually have family members that have fibroids, friends, and I still don't really understand it because I don't think there's much talk about it unless you have it. So she also launched a research grant with the Foundation for Women's Health to support less invasive treatment options for fibroids as well. And this is very remarkable for Lupita also because beyond raising the awareness for a condition that is
disproportionately.
Thank you. Words be hard sometimes.
It's okay.
But they affect Black women the most,
yes,
80%.
They do.
So I think that's probably why so many of our friends or family members may have them. She's pushing for legislative and medical change, blending advocacy, policy, and philanthropy.
Very cool.
So I love that for her. And
Shout
I love
out
that for
Lupita.
women. Lupita! I like that name. Lupita. She's so pretty. Lupita. Okay, so let's go into our womanhood segment. What do we have first?
Who are you talking about?
Number one characteristic. Who are we talking about?
Who are you talking about?
So I see actress a white woman. You see? I'm working on it. I thought she said something pretty smart.
Okay.
So she was talking about something that's never talked about when you are thinking of a potential partner.
Okay.
So, we're both single. Well, you're single-ish. I'm single. And you have conversations. Well, let's listen to the clip and then we'll kind of see what you think about it.
Number one characteristic that is slept on when I hear people talking about what they're looking for in a partner, faith, finances, fitness, all that is super important. Find someone who can suffer well. If you have been fortunate enough not to experience major tragedy in your life yet, that's great. But it is not an if, it is a when. Tragedy is going to befall all of us. None of us are getting out of this simulation without getting some serious scrapes and bruises. We're all going to lose parents.
So that was basically the gist of it. And I thought it was really cool because in the potentially starting to date at some point, for real, I think of what it is that I want in a potential person. And we always think about finances and everything she said. But it's so true. And I was thinking about when I was going through my grandma's situation. My grandma gets a stroke. She's dying and all these things. My partner at the time was not supportive at all in any way, shape, or form. That was a very tough time. When my dad died, my partner didn't come. Granted, it was Father's Day. My dad did die on Father's Day. But it was like, there's grieving when friends die, if you lose a job, how do they deal with it? And I was going to ask you, how do you feel that you are as a partner during tough times? What kind of partner you are?
Probably not a good one.
Yeah?
No, we can deal with my problems and you can deal with your problems.
Oh, so we for yours?
Yes.
And them for theirs?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So how do you know if someone, what did they say, suffers well?
Yeah,
grieves?
suffers well.
How would that be something that you would uncover in a dating stage?
I think that's why.
And what is suffering well?
Well, I think it's someone who doesn't avoid the pain.
Okay.
Someone who's able to communicate what they're going through. Someone who's able to process it in a respectful manner.
Okay.
Where they wouldn't just shut off and go away and say, well, if it's something that you're going through, they just leave you alone. If it's something that they're going through, they kind of shut down, walk away, and don't tell you about it or don't process it well or get angry and be treating you bad. Like, oh, well, now you're going to have to deal with my attitude or whatever else because I'm going through something. And that's something I never thought about before.
Right. I would say probably in the past, I probably wasn't the best partner through suffering because I was just trying to survive for me. So you got issues too. I can't help you, bro. I'm over here trying to help myself. Am I still like that? Maybe.
Dex.
I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm trying to think. I actually, I don't want to call him my partner.
Partnerish.
The person that I'd be dealing with sometime went through a really serious situation with cancer. And I don't know if I was great about it. I tried my best to be.
Did you try your best?
I did.
Well, there were other circumstances
and maybe,
there as well.
Exactly. And maybe my best wasn't good enough. But they actually ended up telling me that they didn't think that I was. They actually told me that I was not good at being there for them through that time.
You may have not been the best, but also I think you've never showed him anything different.
Right.
So I don't know why he would have expected for you to do what he was expecting.
Right.
But also,
I also
was rough.
don't think he gave me the opportunity to. I think he knew me through like good times, and I can be like very self-centered and, you know, all about me. And so he didn't necessarily give me the opportunity to be there for him fully.
Because I feel like you could have with
Maybe.
more education, but that was a rough one.
That's a lot to take care of somebody through something like that.
Yeah.
You know what? I wouldn't have been good at it. He probably made the best decision. I don't thinking about it. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I remember the day I was like, now you asking for a lot now. Like now you're being, you know what? I'm not good.
But you're also not trying to find someone to spend the rest of your life with.
Right.
So as long as you're clear about it and you can see, but I think with time, with dating, you can see what they're there. And you have to love everyone. You have to love people through all of their seasons.
Yeah.
And I think you're good at it with your friends.
Yeah.
But I think that's also very different. I don't think I would, if I need you to take care of me, you would take care of me, friend?
I would. But my first choice would be like to pay someone to take care of you. You know?
Yeah.
I would still be there. Like maybe I'm not nurturing. I don't know.
Well, when it comes to my grandma, right? When my grandma was very sick, I was going in all the time, but I was not going to change my grandma's life.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I made sure that there was
somebody who's gonna do it though. Like I'm not gonna have you sitting in it and stuff. Like
but I feel like there are options for it. Now, if it came down to it, and that day someone didn't show up, and you needed to be clean,
exactly.
I'm doing it.
And the other end of that is, I know stuff like you can't prevent everything. But the other end of that is like another reason why I'm trying to take such good care of myself is because like I know it's only Michaela and I would hate to be that burden for her. So I want to be self-sufficient as long as I possibly can. I think that's a part of me being caring.
Yeah, but you can't stop.
I know, but I'm saying whatever I can avoid, right? Like whatever is within my power.
Right, like because I'm watching right now Raquel and Wendy take care of their mom.
Mm-hmm.
And that's tough, man. Because
I would have to get a part-time job and pay somebody to do that.
It was outside of their control. It was a car accident.
Right, exactly.
And it wasn't even her fault, you know? So they're needing to take care of her. And it's a lot. It's a 24-hour job. And
I fully think I'm going to get dementia. Just take me out. Just take me out. Just take me out, Lord. Just take me out, Carla. Don't let me get on your nerves like that.
For dementia?
Yeah.
You would be the worst.
My grandma's going through it right now. My grandma's not a nice person. And so imagine you
would call everyone fat.
I would not be nice. I know I wouldn't.
You would be
I know it's in my nature to not be nice.
Dang.
So just take me out.
So I always said if I end up in a vegetative state.
Oh, just take me out.
I have certain people that I'm like, you go find a vial of heroin and you shoot me up.
That's what we're going to name this episode. Just take me out.
Just take me out.
I don't want to be a burden.
You're cute. That's what you're thinking of. I'm thinking, I don't want somebody to sit there and just talk to me any kind of way and I can't talk back to you. I am in a vegetative, take me out, get me out of here. You're going to talk shit to me and I can probably hear you and I can't say nothing.
Wait, you think people just going to be talking shit to you you in a coma?
You know, you're going to be letting them. And then I'm like, yeah, because remember that time she did whatever, that was fucked up. Because the way she raised this one or whatever, talking shit about me and I can't do nothing. Get me out of here so I can pull your toes. Like, no, I'm hearing you. I'm going to be stressed. The stress might take me out, actually, of me hearing it and not being able to say anything. When she's having a heart attack, I'm like,
I don't know. I get what they're saying, but I think that is a very hard thing to qualify until you're in those situations.
For sure. And I think that's what dating is all about, right?
Yeah.
Or seeing how they even handle other people.
True.
Because I was listening to another pod and they were talking about partnership and like how you date them or whatever. And like, you don't just want someone that's nice to you and is generous towards you and treats you well. You need to see how they also treat other people. So because we have jobs, you might have someone that may have lost a job, how they treat them and how do they support their friends.
How their
parent might be sick. How did
people who have
how did they show up? Yes.
All that.
So pay attention to all of that because there is hardship everywhere.
Yeah.
When you look around. So see how that's something to think about when we're thinking about and really manifesting and praying for a partner. Came across that. This back to school season, spend less on your kids with Amazon. Friends, abundance also means knowing when to save. I once paid rush shipping on a monogram planner my goddaughter manifested, lost it 2 weeks into getting it. Now I curate intentions and supplies on Amazon. STEM kits, vision board magazines, laptops, all prized for peace of mind. Filters for eco-friendly brands keep values intact. Fast delivery frees up times for the real work, wholeness. So remember, with Amazon's low back-to-school prices, just spend less on your kids because every dollar you don't spend on them is a dollar you haven't spent on them. There was something else that I saw online. So there's a woman who is now engaged and he is divorced. So he had a wife prior.
Mm-hmm.
And the ex-wife was watching her breastfeed, talk about money, walk around naked by hacking their home Ring camera. And she had over 700 hours downloaded and watched in her home.
That is terrifying.
That is so scary. So you're coming home. Imagine this. You're coming home. I got this from the neighborhood talk. And you hear a woman's voice coming out of your camera. And you're like, what is going on?
Oh, she started talking to her?
Girl, I thought God was a woman. Immediately. I knew it. The Lord is a woman. What are you saying? So she was talking. Instead, she was watching the cameras and accidentally, I guess, like hit the talk button through the Ring and the Amazon stuff. So she found like the Ring camera speaker was talking to her and she had watched, like I said, over 700 hours of video without them knowing. So it wasn't just like casually spying.
Yeah.
This was her like Love Island.
That is terrifying.
She was watching this every day. So she saw footage of private conversations, financial info. She was breastfeeding her newborn baby. They were probably hunching
You know what
on
I'm
the
thinking?
couch.
The
What?
man was cheating with the ex. Because why would she still be so invested? Why?
I mean, probably the way that he left. You could still be bitter. There could be.
I put money on it. He was still hunching the lady. I put money on it. I will put money on it.
That it's very. I would say there's two possibilities there.
I blame him.
Damn.
I blame the man.
They
and
said,
she needs to get help.
Well, the court document says she watched 44,640 minutes.
What is she doing? Does she have a job?
Clearly
Does she have
not.
friends? Does she have kids of her own?
She probably is sitting under like Netflix while working on her computer. She got the TV going on with the camera. That is insane. They're reviewing the case to see if they're going to do it, but I just found
a
that
stalking charge.
Something. It has to be something, but I just hope that never do I get that obsessed with someone. Now, I will say, remember when I came home 3 years ago?
It was low key.
I was close, but
I'm
for
like,
3 months,
maybe don't.
I watched bank accounts, I watched social media, I watched text messages, and I'm glad that I did because I was being told one thing while other things were happening.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, and I needed that because if I did it for me specifically, was it wrong? Probably, but he knew because I would say stuff, but at the same time, I know for me personally, if I hadn't seen those things, I probably would have fell back into the trap because they're good. They're amazing manipulators. So I remember he told somebody because I left 2 months prior to the date we had originally said we were going to get married in.
Okay.
Nothing was planned.
No.
I had the dress and that was it. And then I started realizing this isn't going the way it's supposed to go. Plus my grandma situation. And I left and he was telling people she left me 2 months before getting married. I can't believe this. I'm heartbroken. Trying to get some coochie off of the fact that I left him. If you don't stop it right now, then I'm home at my house. Him telling people, I got her a house in Florida and a car for her to be in. You got who a house? What? You are insane. Then seeing him sending like other women like rings, I want to marry you, I love you, like within weeks. And I'm like, this guy's wild while still being on my phone, sending stuff. And I'm like, you're weird.
They have a lot of time.
So, and then I would also see the fact that he would send messages, like especially DMs, is message. If I wasn't watching like actively, you wouldn't see it. He would send delete.
Oh.
It's like his fingers. Ooh, they are. I'm gonna say they. This one specifically was wild. How fast he would send messages and delete if you're not watching it. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, whoever out there dealing with that, thank you for taking them away from me. That's crazy. Do you have cameras at home?
No, I don't.
I don't have the indoor ones right now.
You have one in the room?
I do have one, but it's been off for a while and I haven't like turned it back on.
Okay.
But I probably will turn it back on. it's needed at times. All right.
Yeah, I thought it was on because sometimes I'd be like, well, if I fall asleep with some, at least you watching. So you need to turn it back on because I thought it was babysitting us.
No, it hasn't been on for a while. It was actually since Christmas because the tree was there.
Oh, yeah.
And it was blocking it, so I had kept it off, but it's there. I just haven't connected it.
Well, I mean, it's doing its job. It's making people behave.
Not really. I got 9 cameras in the house. You hear me? 9. People still taking my car. Okay? 2 different systems of cameras.
They just think you just don't look at it?
They just don't give a fuck.
That's true.
Don't give a fuck.
That's true.
I wish I could not give a fuck like that. Well, do we want to talk about the poly workers or Dr. Bryant?
Let's talk about poly workers.
Okay, let's do that. So poly workers
what a term. They just think of new words for everything too.
So there's a new term. It's called poly workers. Y'all make up anything.
Really?
So it's making its way around the corporate boardrooms because many companies are cracking down on employees working multiple full-time jobs to make ends meet. And this is violating policy. So a lot of corporate jobs do not allow you to work multiple jobs, which I did not know. Does your job have that clause?
I don't know. I don't.
You might want to look it up because the one that I know is very similar to your company that did that. So basically, more people are taking on more full-time jobs, obviously. It's going up.
Because
the cost of living,
inflation and the cost of living.
We actually have a friend who works.
The cost of living is not matching the rate of pay.
So people are taking on full-time jobs, and it's called overemployment or poly working to maximize their income and achieve some type of financial independence. And this trend gained traction during the pandemic because people were working remote. So remotely, you can probably have 2 computers.
That's what I think the problem. They have the problem where you're working both jobs at the same time. So you're actually not giving 100% to either job.
Well, they're saying that the remote boom amplified by AI tools, it makes balancing both roles easier. We have a friend that is a CFO and of multiple companies.
Oh, yes.
And it's because it's mostly remote and she's able to balance it out. I think there are some jobs that you can do as long as your job is done.
And she's also more of a 1099 worker versus a W-2 worker. So I think you have more flexibility in that.
Got you. So this conversation escalated when a startup founder called out an employee for working at multiple companies simultaneously. While some see overemployment as a path to freedom, others criticize it for pushing ethical boundaries. So according to the Federal Reserve, over 5% of workers already hold more than one job. Ideal roles for this trend are remote, low in meetings, and allow for delegation, often at large companies where individual workers are less scrutinized. And I personally have a friend who was working for a company very similar to yours, a different position, and she has her own business on the side, like doing some freelance work on the side. And they called her and they're like, "Hey, so is this you?" And she's like, "Yes." And they're like, "Well, you can't do that." And they fired her.
Was what she was doing in competition or conflict? Really?
No.
But did they find out that she was doing it at the same time?
She was doing it at the same time. They asked for her bank records. They're like, "Can you send us your bank records to see how much money you've made from it?"
They can do
She
that?
said, "No."
Okay.
I don't think they can, but they asked. If you ask them, they say yes, then they did it, right?
I guess.
Yeah, they asked for bank records.
So that was the reason they let her go, multiple employment. Interesting.
Because it couldn't have been anything else because she was on medical leave. So they found that to fire her. I think that they were already trying to find ways to do so, but that was the legal way for them to be able to do
I feel like you could do 2 jobs, me. I don't have the energy or attention span.
You have no naps.
Exactly.
No.
I think you would be able to do like 5 jobs at once.
I got 5 jobs right now. I feel like I got 5 jobs now. We actually have a new show launching next week. We just took one on that launched today. I mean, I guess it's one job, but it's multiple jobs in one.
And you don't have an issue with the people who work for you doing multiple, as long as it doesn't impact what they produce for you.
I only have one clause is you cannot work with one of my clients if we no longer have them. That would just be weird because you would find it just
a non-compete type of clause.
Yeah, a non-compete with our clients.
Yeah.
Aside from that, they can do what we do with someone else. There's plenty of pods out there to produce, and I don't mind them. I do ask them to talk to me about it. But if, hey, I'm doing this, okay, cool. Like, I'm not stopping anyone's bag.
Yeah.
I just ask that they don't use RIP stuff. I ask that they don't use,
So just completely separate.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with that at all.
I wonder how many of our listeners are polywork. Polyworker is wild to me. It makes it sound sexual for me. I don't know why.
You thinking of like prostitutes having
like
different
poly
men?
relationships? Like, yeah.
No, yeah, but I don't like the term either. But I can see how people need multiple jobs.
I can see how they need that to be able to sustain in this economy.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Bro. I'm
It
looking
really is.
at what I was listening to another show. I've been listening to stuff, And this girl was talking about actually dating down financially.
Okay.
And we've talked about this before, and I think I've already said that I will probably have to find someone that most likely will make a little bit less money than I do, but then they have to have other qualities that make up for potentially the monetary aspect. But being in the entertainment space, bro, I get paid to do certain things that it don't make no sense. How much money they'll send. It'd be like 60 seconds, $10,000.
Ay.
And I'm like, I can't expect
It takes longer to do a blowjob. But when you think about it, right?
I get paid more to talk than women give blowjobs.
Right.
60 seconds. Like, it is insane.
Once they figure this out, men are in trouble.
No, it's like, I got a thing with, shut up. I got a thing with Walmart. And they were like, I just need you to voice this so we can use it. And it was like another couple $1,000s. And I'm like, that's all you want me to do?
Yeah.
But their budgets are just large. And I need to know, like, one, is a blessing for me. It's a different.
Wait, hold on. Wait, should we not say this? Like, should we make it seem like that's not enough? Wait a minute. Hold on. We might be shooting ourselves in the foot here.
No. I still negotiate. Oh, don't get me wrong. There's still negotiations. But when I'm comparing it to a man that may have some type of business or may work a corporate job, maybe a lawyer or whatever that makes $250,000 a year.
Yeah.
That's a great salary, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But at the same time,
it's a lot more effort. Yeah.
Yeah, they have to work a lot more hours. And here I am, like, I just made what you made in 60 seconds.
He's got to suck a lot more dicks than you do.
No, but
yeah. So you think you're going to get your man to be an influencer? Because you're really big on this, like, social media like make money through social media thing.
I think I want someone who know if they have a certain business that social media can amplify whatever they're doing. I would like for them to use social media. Maybe not with their faces. Don't be out here doing kissy faces on Instagram. Yeah, that ain't gonna make you no money. If you're out here just doing duck lips, that's not what I'm talking about. But like, let's say, talking to a person that has a car dealership, right? You own a car dealership. I would love for your social media to be on point to make sure that, it just continues to grow, not just on a local level. Yeah. So I don't know. So yeah, poly workers, check your fine print of your contracts.
Absolutely.
Check it. And if, just
and don't be telling people your business.
Don't. You know who's great at that?
Who? Oh, let's not tell her business.
No, not her business. I'm saying her people at her job, she's just there for work.
She is wild. She has made up a whole different personality for corporate America.
Oh, that's right. She got a kid that she don't have.
Right.
I forgot about that. Okay, definitely bleep her name.
She said people with children at work get like all these exceptions. Like, I got to leave for my kids. So she made up a kid.
Well, she didn't make up the kid. The kid is real. But it's not hers. Yeah, so she has that kid. She has all kinds of things going on that they don't know about. Her social media don't got her name nowhere on it. She barely posts. Yeah. But sometimes it's necessary because they ask so much of you and then tell you can't have another job.
I said, you got a what? She said, yeah, I had to go pick up my kid.
But it is, I think at times also you have to, she took it to the extreme, but really be careful of what you share at work because they can use whatever they know about you against you eventually.
And I think it depends on like what your goals are too. Like if you're really somebody who wants to like climb that corporate ladder, then you can't be doing those type of things because honestly, like you've never been in a corporate world like that, but it really does.
I was in the corporate world for 7 years.
It bleeds over. Like it really does.
No,
like because you spend so much time with these people, like
I remember I was working. Yeah. 8 a.m. Wouldn't leave till 12.
But I think you're more like a Janine type person where it's like, They
found me. So keep in mind, I use Wilmaris, not my legal name.
Oh.
So people.
Do you still talk to that one girl who was like, because she kind of almost not started you, but like you did kind of connect with her. Like y'all did kind of connect on the social media type thing.
The white
She
girl?
was, yes.
With the fight?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it was her people that you...
It was her people that fought. And I used to use her to be able to skip. Remember, we used to come to downtown to the skip, whatever it was called, the corporate thing, so we could get back late. So we would come back late from lunch with 3 margaritas. And I said, if I take this white girl with me, they're not going to fire us both. And if they fire me first, racism. I will pull the card on you.
I did not connect the dots that you got into a fight with her.
It was her birthday. It was literally her birthday when I fought them girls. Ridiculous. Nah. I mean, I don't have anything against her. Because it wasn't her who called the cops and did all that. It was
but I remember y'all were doing a lot of social media stuff together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I think she still does quite a bit of social media, but she's still in accounting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
That was wild. That was a wild time. Before we continue with the conversation, I want to let you know that this podcast is brought to you by Hi Hello Labs, a full-service content creation studio serving clients across the nation. One thing I am not is a gatekeeper, and this is where I record my audio and video podcast right here in Orlando, Florida, at their beautiful studio, because at Hi Hello Labs, they're on a mission to amplify expert voices. They facilitate the turnkey production and distribution of quality podcasts like the one you're listening to right now. They also produce digital courses, social media content, and live events. Nobody else does it like them, seriously, when it comes to live events. If you want to increase your reach and establish yourself as a thought leader, Hi Hello Labs is the studio for you. So go ahead and magnify your influence with Hi Hello Labs. Let's get back to the show. Okay, so let's go into our motherhood segment.
You beat your coworker friends up. You did not belong in corporate America, bro.
I did not. But it was so funny because for years, people would, after they would meet me, because at first I come in pretty quiet. I need to see what I could do and what I can't do, what I can get away with. And after a while, they'd be like, you just don't give accounting vibes.
No, you did not give accounting vibes.
And I'm like, I don't want to be here. I'm trying to pay the bills. Okay? And I happen to be able to do everything really fast. So then I'm fucking around the rest of the time. And they're like, are you done? Yes. Do you want more work?
I remember when you first started, you was like, bro, I lied on my resume.
Oh, I lied on every resume.
And so then you were Googling how to do certain things.
I have lied. Here's something about me. And I think everybody could do this.
You know what? I told you you're a liar.
Okay. Maybe it's not lying. Maybe it's embellishing. I add a few things here and there on my resume. But I
remember you called me, girl. They asked me to do this thing and I told them I could do it in the
Of course I can. Because one thing about corporate, specifically accounting, they have to train you. Because every company does everything different. I know how to use Excel. I was extremely advanced in Excel and all Microsoft Office. You have to train me through your process. I'm going to pick it up quickly. Now, I knew when I showed up, I needed to pay attention.
Yeah.
There was no messing around those first 2 weeks. I needed to know what I was doing. And I would mess up plenty of times. And then I'd be like, it's okay. Everyone messes up at first. Because they do.
Yeah, the motto is you can make mistakes. Just don't make the same mistake.
Yeah. And I remember there was oh my God, I had her on the pod. There was a Black girl. My goodness. I think I had her on the pod more than once. And we talked about it because I remember remember the lady that fired me?
Yeah.
And so she actually fired her as well, or she quit. But I remember she went for an accounting manager job and she told her she wasn't going to get it because she wears her natural hair. And she's like, you should be more like her. Another Black girl that used to like wear weaves, straight weaves. And she was like,
wow.
What? Yeah, she's like, just your hair, you know. I'm like, this lady is wild.
And look at you. Got fired and made your own path.
I got fired and then got hired at the first floor for the radio station, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Years later, I got hired and got a job at the radio station downstairs. Okay, so, girl, why did Ayana just send me this? This is hilarious.
What?
A job posting.
Okay.
She's like, low-key might apply.
Wait, so she's not going to do... Oh, because okay, sorry, yeah.
Oh,
I remember now. Yeah.
Now she has to wait 6 months in order to apply in that entire company. But this is $20 to $25 an hour. It's a litigation legal assistant, not paralegal or attorneys. It's for a law firm.
Okay.
She's like, it's literally what I did. She did work at an office as a front desk person. She's like, it's what I did, just better play. Update, I applied.
All within what time duration? Half an hour?
1 minute. But this is what I'm saying. I'm like, I wish she would have sent me the resume beforehand because
so you can look at it and help
she
her.
did
You should be
send-
tailoring your resume to whatever job you're applying for.
she said that she's been using ChatGPT now to do so. But this is perfect timing that I'm looking at this because
ChatGPT is only as good as what you put in.
correct, which is why I'm like, please send it to me first. And she doesn't.
Yeah.
But with this job, you've been in the space already.
Yeah.
In the legal space. You were there, you were seen, you were shoulder to shoulder with
Mhm.
paralegals and stuff like that. Okay,
She
go
could have
for
even
it.
had what's her name look at it for her real quick to just be like, if this was the role that I was offering, like, would
Right.
your resume stand out to me? Like, that would have been helpful.
I'll ask if she did, so she probably didn't.
That's
but
so funny.
I'm just apply for all of those. Apply
Exactly.
for all of them. If you're out there, and
I don't even know, like, I'm so old.
what?
I don't know how people find jobs nowadays.
Indeed, ZipRecruiter, McDonald's.
I used to go in the newspaper
What?
and look for jobs. My first few jobs I found in the newspaper.
No way.
I did.
Damn you.
I did.
Oh.
But my last couple jobs have been like referrals. So
When you mean my first couple jobs, how old were you?
16,
Okay.
18 maybe.
The call center.
Yeah.
I can see the call center being on a newspaper back
The call
then.
center, I think I got through a temp agency or something.
I used to top a temp agency, Robert Half, for accounting.
Yeah.
When I got my accounting degree, Robert Half got me into a few places. They're actually here downtown.
But I think nowadays with AI, like, they don't even have to really look at your resume. Like, they probably send most of them through an AI
Mhm.
machine and
To see
like
what it
spit
says.
out certain things. Yeah.
You have to see who like best fits the
Mhm.
job. I just think that you need to embellish these resumes, and I know it's hard to find a job. I've seen people trying forever.
I've
to
been
get
seeing that on
jobs.
social media too. Like, people are saying they've done hundreds of interviews and
Mhm.
not getting a call back. I'm like, what is that?
Well, I think that AI is taking over some jobs. People are able to now where they needed 3 employees, they just need 1.
Right. But if the job listing is posted and you got an interview.
But I also believe that certain companies, especially big ones, have a duty to post it publicly.
Oh, yeah, you do.
And you have to
sometimes
interview
you
a
have
certain
somebody-
amount
yeah.
of people, but they already know who they want to hire or not hire.
That's true.
So I think a lot of those jobs.
But
are just-
also at the other end of that, like, I think about like the people Michaela and Ayana's age are in the workplace, in the workspace, and they're coming to interviews talking about vibes and tea and
Girl.
and
Did you listen to the 20-minute interview that I sent you? Like a clip from Steven.
and in the interview talk about work-life balance and like, oh, I'm not like they in the interviews.
Have you heard of Tim Dillon?
Uh-uh.
I swear I sent this to you. I know you didn't listen to it because you don't listen to nothing I'll send you. But it was Tim Dillon on the Diary of a CEO with Stephen Bartlett.
You sent that today, so no, I didn't have the
That
opportunity.
was
to look at it.
yesterday. at 4
Okay,
o'clock.
well, at what time?
4 o'clock.
Okay, it was nap
We were
time.
dapping. Well, it was the most replayed moment, and it was a brutal truth about Gen Z. But he went through all of the generations, starting with the boomers.
Mhm.
He was like, what did he say about the boomers? He said the boomers are basically like the most selfish people.
And the
essentially.
boomers is like our parents'
Our
generation.
parents.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
They're just like stuck in their ways. They're selfish. They work. Millennials were like, we're doing things right. Like, validate us. Look what we're doing. We're being good parents. We're working, whatever. And then Gen Z rolls around and they're just like taking advantage of the system.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay, you get 6 weeks off. If I say I want to off myself, bet. I'm going to use that disability. I'm going to use
saw that thing
FMLA.
you sent me talking about, and the key is and others.
And others. I want to hurt myself and others. And they will quickly give you that 6-week pay.
Oh my God.
They're using my mental health. They're working the system. Is it annoying? Yes, but it's a system we didn't use. We were so prideful. Well, not me, but people are so prideful. I feel like millennials and not using their PTO or working through their birthday or working through holidays. They're such hard workers.
And the
Gen
answer
Z-
is somewhere in between too.
Yes.
It's like two extremes. It's like there's those people, that generation that did not take any time off. Everything was all about work. And then it's the other generation of like, I don't care.
they are awful.
Yeah.
These don't want to do nothing. Like you come in for a job and like we have to work 40 hours. Well, my therapist says that for my mental health, like I need to work 20 but get paid like I'm getting
Like
40.
60.
What are we talking about? Like
I don't know.
I am so confused. What do you want to work? No, they just want
No.
to. Yeah, I don't want to work either.
I don't either.
But
We have to. Like we have to take care of ourselves, but like they don't. I'm like,
Another thing you said about boomers compared to millennials, it was like these boomers retired and were able to buy these houses and sit on the and they're looking at us like we're doing something wrong.
right. So that's the other end of it where it's like, even if we do work hard, we might not be able to achieve what the boomers achieved
At
because a house was $30,000 back then.
Yeah, like it's expensive.
Yeah.
Mortgages are high, down payments are high, interest rates are high.
Yeah.
Which is why we have to look into. I listen to the Daily,
Mm-hmm.
and they were talking about how Trump is now fighting with the federal appointee that he put in years back. He's the one that regulates the tax. Not the tax. What is it called? The federal interest rate.
Yeah.
Girl, they beefing. They are beefing.
But he
it's
beefs with everybody he
appointed
hires.
him.
He beefs with everybody he hires.
Of course, once they start doing things against his thing.
Mhm.
So I'm watching what he's about to do with these interest rates. Because
How is the Soto bungalow coming?
oh my God, it's doing so good.
Yeah.
It's been booked back to back. We've already had, this month, I paid more than half of the expenses.
That's really good.
Yes. So where my expenses are about $4,000 a month, so far I got like $2,800. That's really good. So I'm like, okay, we're getting somewhere.
Mhm.
We're figuring out the kinks of it all, which is not bad. I can charge more once I get the washer and dryer room completed
Mhm.
and working. And then also I need to create that walkway. But other than that, we got our first really good review.
That's good.
It looks great.
It looks so good.
It looks so good. So we're going to have a little get together, I think next week.
Okay.
So you guys can come over and just have a little spritzer, a little taco, and everybody can see the house.
I love that.
Yeah.
A little housewarming.
Yes, a little housewarming.
All right, we have a review.
We do. All right, so let's read this week's review before we get out of here.
Okay.
It says, love podcast, hate proximity. It's from My Weekly Dose is her name.
Okay.
She says, I tune in religiously. I love Dex because she's very relatable being a corporate girl. I adore Carla from her first podcast days. My only feedback is I hate is a strong word,
Mm-hmm.
the close proximity to B. Simone.
Oh.
That is harsh. And My Weekly Dose, first of all, thank you for showing up on a weekly basis. And what I do want everyone to understand about the internet, you're only seeing what people are willing to put out, right? So if you adore me, know that if I'm in a close proximity to someone, it's because I see something or may know something you may not know.
Okay.
It's very possible, right? We don't know celebrities. Like I personally do know Braylon, and I think she's an amazing person. I think she's an amazing
Oh, that's her real name?
Braylon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That is, she talks about it, and you'll start hearing that name more often soon. But I don't think, will her antics on social media probably annoy you? Maybe. Will her comedy style not be your favorite? Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Will some of the things that she say you might not agree with? Maybe. Same thing with me.
Yeah.
You know, there are things that I said that people don't agree with all the time. But at the same time, I'm in close proximity to her and the people, anyone that you see me working with or around. I see a different side of them that is not what they are in the entertainment space. So I think that's what I think about her and that. But shout out to you for coming through and just being honest because I
thank you for giving us a chance and listening, even though you felt that way about someone who is in close proximity.
Right, because it's
Carla.
like sometimes you might not like somebody friend or somebody that they hang out with, but it's like, okay, does that change you? Does that it doesn't? It doesn't. So I think that you give her a chance. Go on the LTTA app. Listen to her full story. And I think that's something that we have to work on with her as well, which I'm going to be producing something for her this week.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's like, sometimes you share a lot, but when you hold back certain things of your story, it can make someone else's perception see you differently. But trust me, she's a good person, different, not everyone's cup of tea. But thanks for still listening to us.
Yeah, I like that.
It's still, she's in proximity to me, but you know, that's not what this show is at the end of the day.
I bet she's a liberal. Because she listened anyway. Even if she had an opinion. So, yeah.
And B. Simone took me to Bali.
Shots fired. Thanks for listening, y'all.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.